tomorrow, thousands of people will fill the streets of South Boston celebrating St. Patrick's Day for the first time since the pandemic hit.
Joining us to answer your questions is Dr. Emily Heil, an infectious disease specialist with Mass General Hospital. Dr. Heil, thank you so much for joining us this morning. We really are starting to see a return to normal for the first time in 2 years. Does this make sense to you, and do you have any concerns?
Good morning. Yes, it's really great news in terms of overall case counts in the area, as well as hospitalizations and deaths at their lowest point since July of 2021. So I do think we're in a really good period where we have high vaccination rates, relatively good booster rates, and overall there's less community spread at this point. So that is very reassuring and a good spot to be in.
Okay, but the new Omicron variant BA.2, it's picking up steam in the U.S. Are we learning more about the threats it could pose?
Absolutely. So everyone is watching the UK very carefully. There has been an uptick there, and we have been following them several weeks after what happens in the UK often also happens in the US. So I think people are watching that very, very closely. We have had BA.2 here in this region for the past 2 months or so, but it's really uncertain what has led to the increased cases and hospitalizations in the UK. So I do think even though we're at a relatively low number of cases in the area right now, if you have symptoms, you should absolutely be tested. If you're going to see a particularly vulnerable family member who is older or immunocompromised or someone who is unvaccinated, it's still wise to test before seeing them. And I think it's a great time to get vaccinated or a booster if you haven't yet, especially for folks who are immunocompromised and haven't had their 4th dose, or for people who are over 65 and haven't had a booster.
Well, we know we have not seen the last of the COVID variants. The virus will keep mutating, but it does feel like most people are getting to a place where they just feel like they will live with the virus. Now, is that the right strategy? And what are you watching in terms of when to elevate levels of concern?
I think what we're really seeing right now is a lull in terms of we very much expect that there will be some uptick and then decrease in cases over time. There's a lot of uncertainty about what living with this virus is going to look like. But my hope and expectation is that there will be times when there is more around and we may have to have, live with more mitigation strategies, and then like masking, like social distancing. And then there will be other times like now where there is a lot more ability to be open because there's less virus around. We're also learning a lot about the duration of protection from the vaccines, whether there's potentially a need for another booster, whether different vaccines will come to market. So there is a lot of uncertainty, but I think what we have now is a lot of tools. There are treatments available, both inpatient and outpatient. So if you're sick with COVID and you're at high risk for severe disease, there's the opportunity to get outpatient treatments that really reduce the risk of severe disease. So getting vaccinated, boosters, and watching the data for what unfolds is really where we are now.
We know the drill, so that's good. No lines for vaccinations at this point. Thank you, Dr. Emily Heil, an infectious disease specialist with Mass General Hospital. Have a great weekend.
Thank you.